Hi, I'm Brian Schatz of Schatz Landscape Design, and I'm a Floridian partner because I believe people in Florida should spend less time in their yard doing yard work and having more fun. I can show you some tips on how to get there. You may think you don't live on a water body like this wonderful lakefront setting, but we all do. The Floridian concept is let's be responsible on our land. Let's not pollute our land so all the water then travels down the storm drains, gets in the retention ponds, and then spills out into, right here, this lake. If it's full of nitrogen and phosphorus, it's going to cause trouble. So that's why the Floridian concept is let's learn how to be responsible. It's fun because it allows you to spend less time mowing and fertilizing and edging and trimming. By the way, the more you fertilize, the more you got to mow. Let's relax. And the winterizing concept is enjoy the winter. Let the yard rest some. Fall in Florida means the leaves are going to fall, and they're going to fall on the ground. Here we have about 2 to 3 inches, which is perfect for mulching any plant bed. There's a few exceptions. Citrus trees, nothing. Keep it as wide as 6 feet wide, 0, just sand showing. But for all else in Florida, mulching is really, really good. This is slow release fertilizer. In fact, it's 100% slow release. That is the preferred favorite. I know there's other ones, 50%, 70%, but 100% slow release means it's not going down the storm drain and heading to a water body somewhere, even a retention pond, a lake, it doesn't matter. It's better to have slow release. This stuff is coated with a resin, and it's the best. Plants like this one over here called Soft Rush, if it's looking good and it's the right time of year to fertilize, you shouldn't fertilize it if it's looking good. Now if it's looking like it needs a shot, you put it in maybe a few months ago and you want to make sure it takes hold and the soil's really just all been tilled up, that's the time to fertilize. And where to fertilize is generally underneath the branch spread or the drip spread and further by twice. That is a big misnomer. People think you do little donut rings around. Watch this. If this plant needed fertilizer, I'd throw it like this. Scatter it past the plant's drip line and underneath it too. That's how you fertilize correctly, and using 100% slow release at the right time of year. Usually it's springtime, and only plants that show you by vision that they need it. Don't do everything. That's silly. If it's already doing well, let it go. One thing you do want to do is make sure your sprinkler system has been addressed at its clock, because it doesn't need as much water. Our daylight hours are shorter. There's not as much evaporation from that hot blazing sun, so you can dial it back. Some people who really have a good sprinkler system and water long intervals and wait a long time can go as far as 3 weeks, but generally about every 2 weeks you put the sprinkler on for 45 minutes a zone, give or take depending on if it's sunny or shady. Water it a long time so it soaks the soil depth right. Don't do these little 15 minutes shots of watering. That is not sensible, especially if you're doing it like twice a week. You're only wetting dirt that's like 3 or 4 inches. You're not getting those roots deep enough. We all live on some water body somewhere, even if you're completely surrounded by other houses. There are storm drains that carry that water somewhere. So what you do on your yard matters.